This is a Kitchen Sink WP podcast, episode 599.
I program my own computer.
We have a server crash, 404 error, page not found, links aren't working, system is crashing, system is crashing, system is crashing.
Your old HTML website, barely alive. We have the technology. We have WordPress. A new website, better than it was before. Better, stronger, faster. We have the technology.
Why, hello everybody, this is Adam Silvey, host of the Kitchen Sink WP podcast. Thanks for being here. Let's get started. All right, upcoming events. We have two next weekend. They are both under the Campus Connect brand or conference type of style. They're kind of long, about 6 weeks. They start August 23rd. The first one is Ajmer. It starts the 23rd, ends October 11th. And the second one is Jaipur, starts the same day, and it ends October 5th. So if you're in those parts of the world, you want to get connected. It's empowering students through WordPress. It's this Campus Connect type of conference on universities. Check it out. Links in the show notes on that. Moving on to segment one in the news, WordCamp US schedule is out. So the WordCamp US starts on the 26th. The schedule's been published. It's been out for a little over a week, I think. Four main things, contributor day, showcase day, Thursday, Friday workcamps, standard talks. Contributor day is on the Tuesday, the 26th. I will be there for that. I volunteered. I signed up to be on the photography, the photos project. I believe Topher DeRoja is leading that. I think he's doing that. Anyway, and then Showcase Day is when people get to some companies and people are showcasing projects that they've done. Pretty cool. Thursday, Friday are the standard WordPress WordCamp talks. So hoping to see you there. If you're there, reach out. Love to meet up with you and say hi. And if you're a runner, I'm probably going to go out for a couple runs while we're out there for that week. So pretty cool stuff. All right, moving on to segment two, the meat and potatoes of this week's episode. It's been 8 weeks, just shy, I think 7-8 weeks. Anyway, it's Q&A. So yeah, listener Q&A, and we have a handful of questions this time around, like a lot more than normal, but I'm going to answer them all best I can. First one comes in from Robert K. What's the difference between keyword and semantic search? Ooh, that's a great question. So you got to think of old school Control F in a giant document. You type exactly what you're looking for, say apple pie recipe, and the search engine looks for that page and contains those exact words. Okay, so if your page says recipe for apple pie, you're good. If it says how to bake pie with apples, that's not going to work out because it's not an exact match. So semantic search, the keyword search is smarter. It's more socially aware. Instead of just matching exact words, it tries to understand the meaning and context of what you're asking for. So the quick analogy is this. You ask your friend, find me a page that says apple pie recipe, word for word. That's the keyword search. Semantic search, ask your friend, hey, I want to make apple pie. Can you find me something that will help? And that uses their brain and it grabs the most relevant things in conjunction with that search, that request. Okay. So why does it matter today? Well, search engines like Google, they're very much leaning into in a harder way of semantic search because people don't always type things perfectly. I know I don't, right? So you're kind of looking for things that a way humans ask versus a computer thinks, if that makes sense. So there's a strong difference. The main piece being just that humans are not perfect in the way we ask certain questions, especially when it comes to online searches. So semantic search is just a broader stroke versus keyword searching, if that makes sense. I think that does. All right. It's a great question, Robert. And semantic search has become a very popular in the most recent 6 months to a year, 2 years ago. I don't know, just for the fact of with AI and agentic agents, all this, these new words are coming up. So it's a great question. All right, second question now is from, yes, I do. Rick W. sent this in. What are the top 5 job titles if one was looking to get into the space of web development / work for an agency? Well, it's a good question. It depends, of course, on what your focus is. But in my Googling this and asking some semantic questions, and it kind of confirmed what I thought, it's pretty basic and pretty simple in this case. So number one, these are no specific order, but it would be front-end developer, people who make the website look good and work in a browser. They code with HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Number two, backend developer. Think of them as the engine room, right? They build the sites, maintain servers, databases, application logic that actually function. Languages, PHP, Python, Ruby, Node.js. Number 3, full stack developer. It's the hybrid superhero. It's what it's been called a lot. They can handle both front end and back end work. Great for a much smaller agency or a startup where one person's going to wear multiple hats. Number 4 in this case would be a web designer, UX designer. Not always coding, but crucial. They focus on how the site looks and feels and flows. UX designers ensure that the site is intuitive, while the web designer may handle visuals, colors, and layouts. And the last one here would be project manager, account manager. It's considered the glue that keeps the projects running smoothly. They communicate with the clients, organize the tasks, and make sure deadlines are met. It's a good role if you like to be involved in the web but prefer coordination over coding, I think is the way to look at it. So a fantastic question. And those are just the first 5 that I kind of wanted. There's plenty more. You could be, I'm thinking of the ones off the top of my head. I just forgot. I just had it here, my tip of my tongue. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Those are the 5. Front-end developer, back-end developer, full stack, web designer, UX designer, project manager, account manager. So those are the areas, Rick, that you might want to look into and figure out where you fit and then apply accordingly. I'm assuming you're looking for a job in an agency or getting into web development. All right. The next question here is from Marshall. Marshall sends the question, what's something that a counselor could use WordPress for? What about using it in a school setting? Okay, that's a good one. Solid question. WordPress for a school counselor. Well, it could be a resource hub. A counselor can create a private or public site with helpful resources for students, mental health tips, study guides, scholarship links, career advice. It could be the go-to place for students and parents that they could check regularly. Appointment booking. You can use a plugin that let the students book meetings online, reducing the back and forth emails for paper signups, old school. Announcements and news. Obviously, WordPress can host a blog or a news section for an upcoming workshop, deadlines for events, and keeping everyone in the loop. Number 4 here would be forms and surveys. You can collect feedback from students, get career interest surveys, wellness check-ins. So the forms, not that hard to do in a WordPress site, obviously. And number 5 here would be confidential space. Some WordPress plugins can allow and do allow password protected pages. So you as a counselor could share sensitive info with specific students or parents securely. Now, I want to caveat that this is not HIPAA, it's not health related information necessarily, but just kind of be careful with that in your own school district, if this is for you, Marshall, or that kind of thing. So also in a broader school setting, just so you know, schools can use WordPress, and they do, for club pages, newsletters, event calendars. Teachers obviously use websites for posting lesson plans or resources for students, and admins also can share important announcements overall. So broader school setting, yes, but within the actual counselor area, Resource Hub would be my first go-to, I think, as a place to look into building. So there you go. All right, next question is by nobody. It's anonymous. I don't have a name on this one. So it's been how long since Gutenberg Full Site Editor has come out? Why are you so hesitant after all this time? Okay, so it's been out, yes, a while. December 2018 is what I found, I believe. 4.5 years ago. And honestly, why am I so hesitant? Well, old habits die hard. I've spent years with page builders. I mean, obviously starting off way back in the day with Headway. Now, using Beaver Builder as our stack at the agency. It's comfortable, it's reliable. I know the shortcuts. Jumping into block themes when it first came out was, it's like trading my favorite running shoes for a pair that might be too small and give me a blister. That's my analogy there, okay? So that being said, I am slowly, as I've mentioned before, poking around, testing out some of the block themes. I have a review coming up on a new one as well. That's very popular out there. I want to see what the fuss is. Well, it's not the fuss anymore. It's the reality of where we're heading, right? So maybe one day, I'll be a full convert. It's baby steps. It's kind of doing for me. It's the 5K. It's the 100-yard. No, it's not even a 100-yard dash. It's the 5K. Anyway, I'll get there. I'm gonna get there, I think. So anyway, there you go. Good question, anonymous. I think I know who sent this in, but just kind of poking the bear, aren't you? All right. Next question is also anonymous. Oh no, I know this is from Michael. Yeah. Where do you go to register domains and find if they're taken in with the associated social media handles? Oh yeah. I've answered this before. I'm a huge fan of hover.com, because all they do are two things. They register domains and they can also do email. And I do both there. As far as looking at social media handles, I use NameCheck sometimes, or I'll just go to the social media in question and do the / and put it in, see if it shows up. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's taken, but it's not being used. NameCheck is spelled, how do you spell it? It's not Actually, it's like an abbreviation. So it's, there's one called Namecheck. The other one is NAMECHK is the other one I've been using a lot. So check that out if you want. But hover.com is my go-to for domain registrars. Okay. Another question here, another anonymous one. Are you in therapy? No. Should I be? Totally different question altogether. Not meant for this podcast episode. All right. That's the last question. Oh, that was it. That was the last one. I don't know who sent it in. I think I know who sent that in too. Anyway, it's kind of funny and sad at the same time. All right. That is it for the Q&A. Moving on to segment 3, tip and tool of the week. It's a tool. It is, I'm not sure where I found this. It's a template called Make a Scope of Work template. I was cleaning out some digital clutter about a week or two ago. Clicked on this link. I'm not sure where I found it. It's for freelancers. Scope of work. It's free. It's a Google Doc. Link in the show notes. I have no connection to who created it. I honestly don't remember where I found it or how I found it. It's been in this folder for a long time. I just want to share it. That was kind of cool. So check it out. Link in the show notes on that. All right. I'm going to wrap it up. If you have any questions, go ahead, send it in via email, adam@kitchensinkwp.com, or use the SpeakPipe function of the website. I'd love to have your voice on the show one day. If you want to support the show, you become a Patreon. That'd be awesome. Buy me a coffee. Also ways to do that via the website. You can sponsor the show. There's a form you need to fill out. I'll get right back to you on that. Thanks for listening. See you next week. Now go out and do some awesome things with WordPress. All right. Bye-bye.